Hello everyone, this is Jaya for the session of digitalization. Today we are going to discuss about the importance, the impact, the different aspects of digitalization in today's world, in today's business life, as well as in the domestic life. So, how the digitalization helps in our business, as well as we will be dealing an interesting case study using the QR code in this particular session. So today, my first slide comprises of there is a scenario where there are two friends, Bob and David, who are the owners of the tours and travel business, where Bob is using the traditional way of method, whereas David is using the digital way of method in the business. But in this scenario, David is earning more and more and gaining more and more business, whereas Bob is struggling to get the business run smoothly. Why it is happening? What is the difference between it? So the analysis of this two method is David is using that digital method where he is serving the customer more and more proactiveness, and he's completing all the complaint requests, any queries which the customers are asking from him. He's completing in on time, whereas Bob is struggling to complete all these things on time. And that is why in today's world, the consumer doesn't need to wait at this point of time to complete a service or want to stand in a queue. They want their services to be done instantly. We all know we are living in such a world where we always want our work to be done instantly rather than standing in a queue and waiting our service to be completed. That is the reason behind in these two methods where Bob is struggling for the business to run and where David is earning more and more business, more and more profit, and his business is growing far more better than Bob. Now, my next slide comprises of the difference between the traditional way whereas the digital method. In a traditional method, we see that there is more manpower is involved, the time consumption is more, it's a very high costing method, very slow processing, and the chances of errors is very high. Whereas in a digital method, where less manpower is used, the time consumption is less, then the costing is very low, the processing is very faster, and there is more and more accuracy while we are using the digital method in a business module or as well as in a domestic module. So that is why in the previous situation or the scenario what we were talking about, that the traditional method have many flaws rather than digital method creates more and more accuracy, more and more processing in that particular method where the consumer will be really happy with this method using in the business module. Now, my next slide comprises of the definition of digitalization. When we are talking about how to define digitalization in a business module, it stands on four pillars. First is the technology, second is the data, third is the uh, process, and fourth is the organizational change. So how would you define these four factors, and that comes in your mind whether it is really important these factors are for the digitalization? I would say yes. Why? Because when you are doing a business on an online platform, it has a technology and which creates a new or in an existing technology which makes it transparent for both the consumers as well as for the business. In hand, it goes the data part also. The second factor, which is the data, where you can do a market analysis of the data of your product, of your brand, of your company, so that you can understand where your brand or the product is standing in today's market situation. Third is the what we called the process. So we use the automation process in this digital module where it simplifies the complexity of the business and it makes easier in for the both parties, that is for the consumers as well as for the business owners. Last point comes around that the organizational change. Why this point is so important? Why? Because the consumers have a demand regard if the consumers have the demand for your improvisation for your product or your brand. So to achieve that demand of the consumer, you have to make changes in your organizations so that you can improvise the product more and more for your consumers so that they should come back to your website for the repeat purchases. That is why these four factors always go hand in hand, where both the parties are involved, because when it is while using the digital method in a business module, it is helpful for the business as well as for the consumer, because they always require that whenever they are visit to any app or a website of the particular business brand or a product, it should be easy interface for the consumer and to serve the products whatever they are trying to search on that particular website or an app. That's the reason the digital module is really, really important in today's world, or we can say it in a business module. Now we are talking about what is the importance of digitalization. I have a couple of points where it defines the importance of digitalization. So the first point is that digitalization increases the efficiency in the process in the business, where whenever it protects each and everything. How it increases the efficiency? It in it protects all the records, whatever, uh, if it is stolen, if it is a natural disaster, if it is anything. So it protects all the records and keep it secured in an online platform. This shows that it is increased efficiency. But when you're using the traditional method, can you see this efficiency in that particular way of method? No. Why? Because when it is lost or it is stolen or it is anything has happened, you can't retrieve that data. You can't even fix those errors. But in a digital module, you have these privileges where you can just secure the docs, you can retrieve the data, you can fix all the errors if it has happened, something has happened on an online platform. So the risk of losing all your records is very expensive, and that is why in this way the digital tool comes into the action to secure all your docs. Second point, which comes into my mind about the importance of digitalization in a business growth, is the repeat purchases, or we can say to retain potential customers. Why do we say retaining of potential customer? It is because uh, when we give a proactive services to the customers, so if they are happy, because if I am into their place, if I get a good proactive conclusion for my complaint or a query, I'll be happy, and I would be recommending the website or the app to the other people so that they should come to their website and do the purchases. So in this manner, if we look around, that the business module have the benefit that it increases the customer base, as well as it is increasing the growth for the business also. It creating the profits. So that is the reason why we have to retain those customers by giving them a proactive service for the complaint, query, request, whatever they are coming into for your help. So that improves more and more efficiency while using this digital tool, because the customer has not to go here and there, and he or she can get the solution on an online platform, and that saves the time of the person as well, because of the consumer doesn't want to travel every time, and he wants that his problem should be resolved instantly, and it should be uh, have more efficiency while solving their queries. So these 2 points which dedicates the importance of digitalization in the business growth. My second slide comprises of the examples of digitalization. In today's world, everything is digitalized, whether we are talking about banking service, whether we are talking about the games, whether we are talking about sport industry, any industry, it is right now digitalized. So, for example, if I say that I have a numerous of documentations and but I have to travel for a business location and these documents are really important. So what the first thing would be come in my mind that instead of carrying those bulk of papers, I would put it in an online platform and have an easy access whenever I'm going for a business meeting. I can show it on an online platform. That saves the time of the both the parties while you are showing your business proposal or something else related to the business. So when these documents in an online platform, it makes it easier for the access as well as it reduces or it reduces the chances of getting lost or stolen or something. So that makes it easier for you that it is in an online platform. You can show it anytime to the person, you can discuss it online, and even you can share your screen to show those documents. So that is why digital tool really helps while you are doing the business on an online platform. That's why I also recommend, if you're doing your business in a traditional way of method, please convert into the digital tool. My second slide comprises of what do we understand with the advantages of digitalization in a business world. So when I say it's a time saving, why would I say it is a time saving? Why? Because the person doesn't have to travel here and there. He is sitting in an office or a home, and he can search about the product or the brand on an online platform. He doesn't have to go here and there. Then it's a cost saving because if you're not traveling, it saves your cost of the travel. Third, the accuracy is maintained on the digital tool. Easy distribution whenever you want to distribute any knowledge about your product, about your brand or anything, you can do it on a social media. Then the documents are already secured when you're using the digital tool in your business module. And last is the increase in profits. When we are talking about increase in profit, that means when you are retaining all the customers with your proactive services, that increases your profits, that increases the growth of your business, and it gives your improved customer base for your business module. So that is why I recommend the digitalization is really important. It has a different aspect, it has a different benefits, but if you're using that traditional way of method, you don't have these benefits to do, and it will not help you in a business way while using the traditional way of method. But if you are using digital tool, these points comes with it, and it has their own benefits when you're using the business on an online platform. So we understood the session with the definition, importance, scenarios, and the advantages. Now we have come to the end of the session where we have we are dealing with a case study. You all know about the QR code, and it is really nowadays an effective tool when we are talking about in a business module, whether we can use about in any way. I'm not talking about only business. It can be done in a domestic way of life. So QR code is used everywhere because it's an effective tool where you don't have to think about it. You have to just scan it and get your service done. That's what it's all about, a QR code. But when we are talking about QR code, and my case study is dealing with the QR code. So today I have taken the industry of sports, gym, or you can say a wellness studio where this QR code can be used. That is today is my QR code case study. So today I want to ask everyone that everybody in today's world are really enthusiastic with the gym wellness studio because everybody wants to be really fit in their life. So in a day-to-day life, they wanted to be fit, they want to be energetic, they want to be to look good with their things, and everything that comes with when we do an excessive uh, we do a dieting, we do a gym, we do a sports, we do many things to keep ourselves fit. So my entire case study is dealing with these things. It is not one thing, one industry. It deals with, because these are interconnected. When I'm using gym, it is interconnected with the sports, it is interconnected with the wellness studio. So these three things combine and makes the things very important in a consumer's life. So, my first question to this case study would be, what is a QR code in a sport or a gym or a wellness studio? So, my answer to this particular question would be, health and fitness has become significant part of people's lifestyle. People are now actively looking for a great exercise clubs or the gyms for their training to make their selves a toned body. Everybody wants a toned body, everybody wants to be very fit in their lifestyle. And secondly, if you're owning such type of a business in your thing, if you're having a gym or if you're having a wellness studio, so you can utilize these QR code to attract the members or the customers and help them to plan a better fitness regime for their perfect lifestyle. And so, and for this, you can make an advertising ad for the same, because everybody wants the fitness and the health at the same time. Because nowadays, the health and fitness is the most important thing in people's lifestyle. You all know, because even if I am also there, so I'll be also looking for my fitness, for my health, that it should be good in coming working days. Now, my second question comes: how can you use QR codes? That is comes in everybody's minds. Okay, if I'm telling what is a QR code in this wellness studio or a gym, the second question immediately comes: how can we use it? While this QR code technology is not very new, it's a few years old, you can say, and takes a space everything. How it takes it? It takes the space on a flyers, brochures, any print media when you are advertising about your gym, about your wellness studio. So these QR code takes the space in that particular area. Even in the website itself, if you have a website for your gym or a wellness studio, the QR code is also placed there. On the other hand, although it's everywhere, the fitness industry is implementing this technology so that it is making a noise to the market to make or to attract the people for their wellness studio or for the gym. And this QR code makes a difference. Why? Because when you are having this QR code on your particular website or an app or flyers or brochures, you can get the detailed information about the gym, about the location, about each and everything which they have, which you can embed in this particular QR code. Because QR code takes a space, but it is really effective to attract the people for your particular, because QR code is everywhere in every business you have. I'm not saying in a particular sports or a gym or a stadiums. I can say it is in the entertainment industry. It can be in a food packaging. It can be in a product packaging. It can be in a malls. It can be anywhere, because QR code is become safe. It becomes easier for the consumer to scan it and get all the details. That is why the QR code is an effective tool in this digital method. Now, my second thing, I have a couple of points which I can say it's a uses. You can apply it if you're owning a business or a wellness studio. So first is whenever if I'm talking about, because these users I have comprises with the three things, that is the sports and the gym. So whenever the first comes to give a good experience in store, when the person comes uh, to your store, or okay, if I'm looking for a pair of shoes, for a running pair of shoes to get my fitness part, it is a part of my fitness regime. So what we do, we, like, I'm looking for a pair of shoes, or you are looking for a pair of shoes, you see it online and you are not satisfied because uh, if you're not wearing the shoes, you can't get the knowledge about the comfort for that particular product. So what you do in this case, you go to a nearby store, and what you will similarly look for that, the color variant, the size variant. Third is the comfort zone, which you always look about the product. To So when you are into that particular store, to simplify this process of looking out where this particular product is there in the shelf of that store, so that QR code is embedded over there, where it shows the list of items of that particular product which you're looking around, and you can get through that easily instead of you are roaming here and there for the entire store. If the QR code is embedded in the store, you can get the entire list for the products which you're looking around, for the size, for the color variant, and even where it is in the shelf of that particular store. And this is the one use I can think of. Second, in your fitness regime, there is called a meal plans by a PDF QR code. Well, when you are going for a gym or wellness studio, the people always offers you the meal plans through the PDF QR code. Nowadays, some people uses pages and everywhere, but you can use it as a PDF QR code. So eating a right food is a constant battles nowadays with the gym numbers. When you entered in a gym and the people ask you what type of a food you eat, some people say I eat a normal diet, or we have what do you call, I used to eat the junk foods. So there is a constant battle is going on when you enter the gym and they provide you that meal plans. So it is really different from your normal diet. And for this, how would you do that? Because the gym experts gives you the entire regime for this meal plan. So for this healthy diet that you can follow, so it makes it easier for you. Like for the members, the gym people share this PDF QR code, which it is a personalized for the consumers as well, that they can open in a smartphone and while scanning, and you can get it the entire list of the diet what you need to follow. And because nowadays the meal plans, or you, if you have to keep fit, you have to take those diet plans from the gym expert when you have a membership over there. Third point obviously comes when you come to a gym or something. So discount of a QR code is also have a difference. So wanted to increase your gym membership or a subscription, so this discount QR code comes into this picture where you can promote it in the materials, where you can promote these discounts on the flyers, brochures, or the print India, and your potential customer can scan those QR code and they will automatically get to the landing page where you have embedded those discounts for the particular membership and the subscription. Now, my second point comprises of the sports. In a sports, when you're going for a sports event, or if you're going to watch some football match or something like that. So, in a stadium, one of the easiest way to engage fans present at that particular game match, you can put that QR code around the stadium, around the arena. So this is how you can attract when the people are coming to your stadium to watch those matches. Most people will be looking at while when you are entering into the gate, or uh, if you are going to um, just having to get some food to enter into that particular stadium. So many people are always watching their phone and everything, so you can provide them a good content where they can easily serve it and serve it uh, something to browse regarding those particular matches. You can put that QR codes on the seats of the stadium, where at the back of the seats, where they can scan them and they can browse the details of the particular match, what are the details or what all can be done with this QR code while you are entering in the stadium. So this QR code, when you are using in the stadium, can drive an interactive and contactless fan activation through this mobile. So many fans are coming to watch a match. Even in a cricket match, if you go, a number of people are there when there is an India match is going, and people are sitting in the stadium. So sometimes when there is a break in the match, they used to go over there and to collect some food or something. Or if the people are sitting in the seat, and the back of the seat, if there is a QR code, it has an, if you embedded an interesting facts about this particular match or something, so they will be engaged and your number of scans will be increased. um, to this related, when they are scanning, uh, you get a, while it has more benefit while using this QR code, because when they do the scanning, you can collect the contact information as well, and you can keep it for your future, so that whenever you want to give any promotion, or you want to give an information about the event, you can give to those people, because these people are really the fans for that particular match and they have come. So in this way, if I see a point that it is increasing your this contact filling information, plus the QR code scans are increased, and this is how it takes a new level to your business. And what helps in this increasing that business is the QR code. So in Stadium, you can use these things to make your business grow. Even you can put a ticket online while scanning the when the person comes, he can scan it through a QR code. He gets a ticket online, and you can embed that ticket part also, because really it is important while using the QR code in the stadium. So, my next point comes when you are into a sport or a gym. How do you validate which product is fake and which product is original? Because there are many products which it shows a fake, and we don't understand. So, like for an example, I say that they are the health supplements or a gym equipment is available in increasingly in numbers in the market. But how would you differentiate between the of original and the fake in this product? Because you are consuming, you are using that delay, and it delays your progress potential, harms to the users. For in this situation, the brands can do for this health supplements or the equipment, the QR code on the product packaging, which help the consumers to understand what is the authenticity of this product or not. The brands can do this part so that it makes it easier for the consumer to purchase that particular product for their own fitness, so that it should not harm them. This is really important, because whatever the health supplements are there, some health supplements are not as good. So we can't differentiate between good and bad. You all know. So you have to how to validate that authenticity. Even the brands can give that information in that QR code, and when the person comes to purchase that particular health supplement or the equipment, he just scan it and get the information about that product. Last point is my would be the collect of the feedback of the gym in every industry. If you say, the customer feedback is really really important in every industry. I'm not talking about only gym or in a sports or in a stadium or anything. I'm talking about clearly the customer feedback, whether it's a small business, it's a intensive business, customer feedback is a really most. So customer feedback can significantly enhance and alter the gym, fitness, and sports center to cater their users and help them to help in the overall business. When you the customer gives a feedback about your gym or a sports, it's try to help you to improvise your business, because what are the consumer demand, because the consumer is the main person on that. And if the consumer is asking for you to improvise something in your gym or a sports center or in wellness studio, that makes it really important to understand what the customer needs from you. So earlier it was like you are taking out the paper and getting that feedback. But nowadays, if you can use while they have purchased a membership or something, you can give on a weekly basis and a QR embedded feedback form where they can just put in their suggestion. They can try to make you understand what is their requirements, what they want from your gym or a sports center or wellness. So this can be really effective if you embedded this feedback. You are good for the consumer, and it would really help you to uh, improvise your business as well as your customer base if you are listening to the customer so well. So, and for that, sometimes it is, if I say, when you embedded the feedback QR code, it makes that sometimes they don't fill out. But if you give an good engagement, like a discounts on the membership or discounts on means a protein bar or something like that, so the people will be really interactive, will be really forward to give you that feedback about your gym or your wellness. So you have to be very carefully prepared when you are taking that feedback, because for the feedback you have to attract the people. And how would you attract the people? It is the way that you can just give a discount on a membership or giving a free protein bar if you're giving that feedback. So that makes and customers very interactive with the things. So this is my entire case study, as we see that what are the main take points in this particular case study is to how we can use a QR codes in the gym, sports center, or wellness. Second, what would be the uses to provide a good in-store experience for the consumer so that they can give a feedback. Second would be you can promote those meal plans through PDF QR code. You can provide discounts on gym and attract new people. Stadium, you can have this CRM collection, loyalty programs, social media follow. So you can make that. Then you can provide a QR code to validate the authenticity of the products, as well as the last point, which is a takeaway point, is the customer feedback. So this is the entire case study about the sports gym and a wellness studio. So today I'm going, actually, I'm representing the UX Living Lab, where it is a market research consultant company. It is in the UX research for like 20 years. We have a good number of offices, and we usually execute qualitative and quantitative research, and we try to understand through customer insights where your brand or the product is standing. And we always try to innovate your business by giving the strategy, innovate the things, and to improvise your brand so that it should go to the people and they use more and more product, and which helps to grow your business more. So that is what our company does. If you want any information regarding a product, features, and how it works around us, I'll give you the link for the calendar where you can just check, you can book the appointment with us, and I can tell you the number of things. And even I will tell how it works, what are the features, what are the products you want to apply for. Even I can make you understand how we do those customer feedback, how we do the research work. So it will have a clear picture for that thing for your business so that you understand that we are doing an exclusive work for you all. So I will be providing that QR code. You can just visit the website, get a overall feel for this website or the company, and as well as if you want a further questions or further discussion or further meetings with me, you can just book the appointment in the calendar link, and I would help you out in this. Thank you so much for joining this session.